Amy, oh my god, you won't believe the news I just got. Like, seriously, this is the best thing that's happened in forever.
Whoa, okay, slow down. What's going on? Why are you so worked up?
So get this, my older brother told our parents he's not taking over the family business. He said he wants to start his own company or something. Can you believe that? And because he turned it down, guess who they came to next? That's right, me, the second son. I'm gonna be the next CEO. I mean, I never thought this would happen, but it's actually happening. And you, Amy, that makes you the CEO's wife. It's not some giant corporation or anything, but it's a solid little manufacturing company, decent size. And everyone around here knows the name. It's got a good reputation. This is huge, right? Like, honestly, I still can't believe it.
Wow, that really is surprising. I mean, I always assumed we were never going to be involved in that business at all. Didn't you used to say you had zero interest in the company? Like, you told me that more than once.
Yeah, well, sure, I said that, but come on, being the CEO, that changes everything.
Okay, but are you sure this is gonna work out? I mean, there's still that thing with your current job, right? That whole mess with the company car and the accident? What are you gonna do about that?
That's nothing I can't handle. Once I'm running the show and the money starts rolling in, I'll just pay whatever fines or fees or whatever. No big deal. Besides, I won't have to walk around on eggshells at work anymore, worrying what people think.
I mean, if this is really what you want, then I'm not gonna stand in your way.
Exactly. And think about it this way. No more part-time jobs for you either. You'll be able to just relax, take it easy at home, and enjoy life for once. You'll be living like one of those spoiled housewives you see on TV. That's not something a lot of people get these days, you know? I know I've made things tough on you before, and I'm sorry about that. But that's all gonna change now.
Hey, don't apologize. Really, it's fine. And I actually kind of like my job right now, believe it or not.
You do? Seriously? But it's just a part-time gig. I figured you'd be bored out of your mind by now.
I'm not, though. I've told you before. I enjoy the people there, and the work's not bad. It gives me something to do, you know?
All right. But honestly, the biggest thing for me is that my parents are finally giving me a chance. For once, they're actually seeing me as capable. I mean, come on, all my life it's been my older brother this, my older brother that. He's the smart one, he's the talented one, blah, blah, blah. They've been handing everything to him since we were kids. So yeah, giving the company to me, that's finally some balance. And hey, don't forget, you basically married me to help save your dad's business, right?
Well, yeah, that was kind of how things started. My dad's shop was deep in the red, and your dad was one of our regulars, so he stepped in to help. Then they found out they both had kids about the same age and arranged for us to meet. My parents were worried I'd never date anyone since I just wasn't interested in romance.
See? So now that we're in this, there's nothing wrong with getting a little something back from the situation. Honestly, you hit the jackpot.
I mean, I guess. Maybe that's one way to look at it. But just for the record, I don't think your parents are bad people. They're tough, yeah, but they've got integrity. I really do respect that about them.
Amy, you're too nice. You really don't see it. They only care about people who succeed. If you're not top of the class or making a ton of money, they don't even see you. They've always told us to associate with high achievers, people with Ivy League degrees or loaded bank accounts.
Wait, seriously? That doesn't sound like them at all. I mean, I can't picture your mom saying something like that.
That's just because they act sweet when you're around. Trust me, I've heard them say it enough times. Anyway, if anything else exciting comes up, I'll let you know right away. Just be ready, okay?
All right, just promise me you won't overdo it, okay? Take care of yourself.
Hey, Mom, I just talked to Amy about everything. She's totally fine with it. Like, she was really supportive.
Oh, is that so? Well, that's lovely to hear. Honestly, I wasn't sure what she'd think, but it makes me really happy to hear such a positive response. Even if this whole thing started out as one of your father's sudden ideas, I'm glad it's turning into something real. How's everything going with your work, though? You're not putting any unnecessary pressure on Amy, are you? I just want to make sure she's not being dragged into anything uncomfortable.
Mom, come on, don't stress about that. Everything's good, I swear. She's totally on board, and I'm not gonna be reckless like my brother was. I'm not about to just decide stuff on my own without thinking about how it affects people. Seriously, after all the hope you guys put into him, the way he just walked away from everything, it's kinda cruel, right? I mean, you and Dad counted on him, and he just bailed. But don't worry, I've got it now. You can leave it to me and finally relax.
Jared, I think you're misunderstanding the situation a little.
No, I really don't think I am. I mean, come on. He worked at Dad's company for years. He was right there the whole time. And then when it's finally time to step up, he says, actually, I'm gonna start my own company. That's selfish, Mom. It's seriously inconsiderate.
Did you even listen to what he said? He didn't make that decision on a whim. He gave it real thought. It wasn't about abandoning anything. He made that choice after a lot of reflection in his own way. And don't forget, Jared, when we asked you before if you'd be interested in joining the company, you turned it down too. You told us you were aiming higher. You left town saying you wanted to pursue something bigger. That's why we never brought it up again. We just assumed you had no interest.
Well, yeah, but that was when my brother was still around. As long as he was there, I was always just gonna be the backup plan. I wanted to go somewhere that I could actually prove myself and be judged fairly, not just compared to him all the time.
Honestly, you and that complex of yours. Still, if you're serious about taking over now, then I'll respect that. It helps me feel more settled about all of this, too. I want to start telling the extended family that you'll be the one inheriting the business. So, could you come back home sometime soon? We'll be spreading the family gatherings over a few days, so we can ease into it.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. I'll talk to Amy about it, too. Hey, just a heads up, I'm gonna be heading over to visit my folks pretty soon, and I want you to come with me.
Wait, what? That's kinda sudden, don't you think? I mean, if I can move some things around at work, I might be able to get a few days off.
That's all I need. A few days is perfect. Now that I'm taking over as CEO, I've got to go around and formally greet all the relatives. You know how it is. And actually, I was hoping you could help me out with something while we're there.
Okay, help how? What exactly do you need from me?
Well, you already know this, but basically everyone in the family's some kind of business owner or high-level professional. They're all sharp, super educated, all that. And honestly, it's kind of intimidating. I'm worried I might not come across the right way if I go in alone. So I was hoping you could kinda stay close and help me handle the room. Just, give me some support.
Support, huh? I mean, sure, I get it. But every time I meet your relatives, I get super nervous. They've got this presence, you know?
I get it, I really do, but this isn't just about me. It's about our future, too. That's why I'm asking.
All right, I don't mind helping out. But, Jared, you do remember the last time we went back home, right? You kept making me sound like I was some useless wife or something. It felt like you were going out of your way to make fun of me in front of everyone. That really hurt.
Wait, I did that? Well, maybe I was nervous and didn't realize how it came across. If I said something that upset you, I'm sorry. But this time, I really do need your help. I won't make the same mistake.
All right, if this is really gonna help you feel more confident, then I'll do my best. But seriously, don't talk me down like that again. I mean it.
Yeah, I hear you, I promise. And thanks, I really appreciate it. Let's make this work, okay? Hey, Amy, what's with the sulking? Why are you holed up in here like that? We're supposed to meet one of the relatives from the next town over soon, remember? Let's go! I know, we're having to do a lot of handshakes and stuff. I'm seriously overwhelmed too. But hey, I'm doing my best too, so you've gotta hang in there with me.
Oh, really? After that little performance earlier? I wanted to support you, Jared. I really did. But hearing you talk trash about me just to make yourself look good, I can't just let that slide. Making me look bad to boost your own image. That's not okay.
You're upset because of that little teasing? Come on, I was just having a little fun.
Oh, so when you called me a filthy gold digger who you can't stand, that was just teasing? And when you said that you wish you had divorced me immediately after the wedding, that was just having fun? I didn't marry you for money, and you know it. I've done everything I could to support you in my own way. I know you're under a ton of pressure, and I really do try to understand. But hearing stuff like that, it hurts. You've put me down before in front of your relatives, but this time was too far. It wasn't just a casual remark. I can't ignore it anymore.
All right, I'm sorry, okay? I got nervous and it just slipped out. And honestly, when I see all the other wives, it's hard not to feel like they're just on a whole different level. It's not that you're bad, Amy, you're not, but those other women, they're so graceful, refined, they're the total package. They carry themselves differently, you know? It makes me feel insecure, like I'm not measuring up either. And yeah, sometimes I overcompensate.
So what you're saying is, you're embarrassed to have me as your partner. That's what it comes down to, isn't it? Well, sorry, Jared, but I don't think I can take much more of this. I've put up with your insults long enough.
Hey, don't be so dramatic. Insults is a strong word. You're seriously overreacting. God, you're so hard to deal with sometimes.
Excuse me?
Oh, come on, admit it. This is a huge opportunity for me, and you're being totally unhelpful. You don't act like someone who gets what it means to be a CEO's wife. You got no sense of responsibility. Mom was right. I should have gone for someone with a better background, someone educated, someone from money. I never should have married the daughter of a failing businessman.
Are you being serious right now? Yeah, we met through an arranged introduction, but you're the one who pursued me. And I agreed because I thought if someone genuinely liked me for who I am, then maybe it was worth it. That's why I married you. But if it's not working, then it's not working. I'm done. You can handle these family introductions on your own.
Wait, what? You just walking out like that? That's not how any of this works.
I'm out. That's your problem, not mine.
God, this is the most frustrating day of my life! Well, guess what's happening now? I figured something like this might happen, so I brought divorce papers with me.
What?
Yeah, I thought this would be the perfect moment to prove I don't have to stay married if I don't want to. Let's see how you handle that. You don't want to get divorced? Then do your part. Be useful. I'll give you 30 minutes to think it over. I'm going outside for a smoke. Hey, have you calmed down yet? Seriously, how long are you planning to lock yourself up in the guest room at my parents' house? It's embarrassing. You could at least say something, you know. Honestly, you should be grateful that I haven't divorced you already. You're throwing a fit just because I insulted you in front of my relatives? If that's enough to set you off, maybe we should get divorced.
Too late. I already filed the paperwork.
You what?
Just kidding, but I am on my way to submit it now. I saw that you left the divorce papers outside my door. I don't know if that was supposed to intimidate me or what, but I signed them. I already explained everything to your mom. I'm heading out now.
Wait, hang on! What are you talking about?
I'm saying I can't keep doing this with you, Jared. Even if you say you were just joking, the way you talk down to me, treat me like some kind of gold digger, and throw around the word divorce like it's nothing, I'm done. So yeah, I told your mom everything.
You told her everything? Even that?
Of course. You pressured me to quit my job because you wanted me to be a full-time housewife. But we couldn't make ends meet, so I was forced to go back to work. That's what happens when your husband takes home only $800 a month.
Come on, you're making me sound like a complete failure.
Well, it is your fault. You crashed into your boss's luxury car in the company lot when you hit the gas instead of the brake. No one was hurt, but the repair bill was huge. You asked to have it deducted from your salary, and now you're stuck with barely enough to live on.
It was an accident! It's not like I did it on purpose!
Sure, but instead of taking responsibility, you've spent all your time putting me down like I'm the problem. You got so full of yourself thinking you were about to become CEO. If anyone married for money, it's not me.
Okay, fine. I'll admit I got carried away. I've been under a lot of pressure too, you know. There are so many expectations in my family. The company's full of relatives, and I wanted to impress them. Especially since I left town for college. Everyone expects me to come back some kind of elite success story. Most people who moved away and returned all went to top schools. It's tough being compared to them. But that's why this trip home was so important. If things had gone well, I stood to gain a lot. I just need you to stick it out with me a little longer. You can do that, right?
Yeah, no. I've realized I just can't anymore. That habit you have of tearing other people down to hide your own insecurities? It's exhausting. I'm tired, Jared. I've reached my limit.
So what? You're divorcing me, and then what? You think you've got some plan? You've depended on me this whole time. What exactly do you think you can do on your own?
I talked to your mom. She said one of her friends recently started a business right here in the area. They're looking for people, and she's already recommended me. So, I'm moving back to my parents' place for now and getting everything in order.
You're telling me my mom is helping you? Are you serious?
I think your image of her is pretty one-sided. You should try actually talking to her again. Might be a good chance for you to look at yourself a little more honestly. Of course, there's a lot that won't go back to how it was, no matter what.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Amy? Hey! Say something! Amy! Mom, is it true? Did Amy really leave? She actually left the house?
Yes, she did. Your father gave her a ride downtown just a little while ago.
What? Why didn't you stop her? You knew what was going on, right? This is a huge mess. She's saying she wants to divorce me, and you just let her go?
Yes, Jared, I let her go, and I did it with full understanding of the situation.
Why? Why would you do that? You knew what she was saying, didn't you? This is serious.
It is serious, and that's exactly why I supported her decision. I've already heard from several of our relatives about the way you behaved, especially how you treated Amy. I'm told you said some incredibly inappropriate things to her, things that no one should ever say to their spouse.
I wouldn't say it was inappropriate. Not that bad, anyway. Seriously, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal. Jared, someone told me you called her trash in front of people. Is that true? You know I've warned you time and again about how you carry yourself and how you speak to others, especially when it comes to Amy. I raised you to treat people with dignity. I always told you to behave with decency and not embarrass this family. So how on earth did that message turn into only associate with rich people and Ivy League grads?
Wait, you didn't mean that? That wasn't the point?
Of course not! I was shocked when Amy showed me those texts. Jared, you've always had a bad habit of jumping to conclusions and tuning out anything that doesn't fit your version of things. Even when your father and I talked about letting you take over the company, I had my doubts. Your father was supportive, but me, I was worried. I worried your stubborn thinking would lead to narrow-minded decisions and that you'd run the business into the ground. Still, I had hope. I thought maybe, just maybe, with someone like Amy by your side, someone so thoughtful and grounded, you might stay balanced. But after what I saw this time, that hope's gone. You destroyed it.
Come on, Mom, you really thought that low of me? I thought you believed I needed Amy because she made me better. Isn't that what you always said?
I always saw you as someone with potential, and yes, someone who needed grounding. You've never been the most dependable, but of course I had faith in you. You're my son. That's why I didn't fight it when your father suggested making you the successor. I supported it. I trusted you. But after this, after the way you treated your wife, after all the things you said and did, I've changed my mind. I've already spoken with your father. We've decided not to hand the business over to you. We're going to choose someone reliable from among our senior employees. It's what's best for the company. We can't risk its future based on misplaced loyalty.
No way! I mean, yeah, I know I screwed up some things, but I've been trying. I really have. I wasn't just slacking off. I've worked so hard.
And that hard work led you to demean your own wife? Is that what you're saying? She came to me worried sick about you. She wanted to help, and all I heard from her was one disappointment after another. Even the company car accident. You crashed it into your boss's expensive car, didn't you? Why? Because you were in too much of a rush to look where you were going?
I mean, yeah, I was rushing. I was under pressure. There was a lot going on.
Exactly. That's the problem. You've always been careless, and you've always managed to survive because other people were picking up the slack around you. But instead of appreciating that, you acted like you were above everyone, like you deserved more. You're an adult now, Jared. You should have grown out of that by now. Instead, you've doubled down on it. We're done making excuses for you. Your father and I have decided that we're not expecting anything from you anymore, and we're not going to be helping you anymore either.
Please, Mom, I get it. I messed up. I'll change. I'll seriously take a long, hard look at myself. Just give me another chance. I won't make the same mistake again. Why? Why did everything have to fall apart like this?
Amy, dear, how are you doing? Did you get on the bus all right? Yeah, Miranda. I made it with plenty of time thanks to your husband's excellent driving. And you even paid for my ticket home. You didn't need to do that. So, how are things over there? We'll be having a stern talking to with that boy before sending him packing. I think that my older son should be arriving here any time now as well. If you're worried about Jared coming to you, don't be. We'll tell him in no uncertain terms that he is not to go anywhere near you. But on the off chance he goes and does something even dumber than he already has, you give either me or my husband a message right away. I'm so terribly sorry for all the trouble that boy has caused you. No, it's all right. You don't need to apologize. If I'm being honest, I can't say I'm completely innocent in the matter either. I'd appreciate you giving me the chance to thank you properly one of these days. Your happiness is the only things I need, dear.
Amy, why won't you talk to me? Please, I'm begging you. Just give me a chance to talk to you face to face.
No matter how many times you show up, I'm not going to want to see you. It just makes me feel worse. And don't worry, I've already submitted the divorce papers, so that's taken care of.
You think I can just be not worried about this? I'm not okay with how it ended. Yeah, I know I said a lot of awful things, but I never actually did anything to hurt you, did I? I was just trying to build a future for us. I'll admit I got tunnel vision, but I really was trying. Please, I'm asking you for one more chance.
Jared, I honestly don't think you're cut out to be a CEO. You don't listen to people. You don't even try to understand. You compare yourself to others and fall apart the second you feel insecure. And worst of all, you put down your own partner. You thought you could bully me into doing what you wanted by threatening divorce. That's just disgusting.
That's not what I was trying to do.
Then explain why you literally held divorce over my head just to make me do what you wanted.
I'm really sorry for that, I swear.
You say you want me back, but you're really only doing this because you don't want to lose the CEO job, am I right? Or maybe because you realized you can't survive on a measly $800 a month? And now that your parents won't bail you out, you suddenly love me again?
No, that's not what this is. I'm apologizing because I truly love you, Amy. That's it.
Anyone can say whatever they want. Words are cheap. Character shows in actions. That's what matters. Even your brother understood that. He was working at your dad's company, and when he realized the supply chain was collapsing, he took the risk and started his own factory. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I heard. He didn't want the company to take the hit, so he stepped away and did it all himself.
That's what makes him different from you. He didn't throw his partner under the bus just to make himself look good.
So that's it? You're really not giving me another chance? This is really over?
Your parents and I, we all had hope. We really believed you might grow, that someday you'd finally change. That's why we tried. That's why we gave you so many chances. But you never even noticed. You just kept stepping on those chances like they were nothing. It's too late for regrets now.
Come on, Amy, don't say that. I know I messed up, okay? I was wrong. I see it now. I'm sorry. Really, I am. But don't act like you never benefited from this. If it weren't for our marriage, your dad's company would have never gotten that loan, right? That's gotta count for something. So if nothing else, can't you just see this as paying me back? Just one last favor?
Jared, I told you before, our marriage and the loan were completely separate matters. Your dad was in favor of it because he thought you had terrible judgment when it came to women. He asked me to look after you because you were too unreliable to stand on your own. And yeah, I'm grateful we met. I really am. But if anything, you're the one who owes something, not me.
So what? I've been relying on my parents this whole time? That's what you're saying?
Exactly. You should have taken a good hard look at yourself before you started treating your wife like she was disposable. Anyway, take good care of yourself. Goodbye, Jared. Amy, I just want to say again, I'm really sorry for everything. I know I caused you a lot of trouble. Please don't blame yourself, Mom. It's not all on you. No, I truly think I made mistakes raising him. That's how he ended up being someone who can hurt people so easily. Well, I'll admit, you can come across a little strict, but I've always known you cared deeply about him. That much was obvious. The way he tries so hard to cover up his insecurities and past failures. I think that's more about how strongly he clings to his own ideas. That kind of mindset. It's more about personality than parenting. And sometimes, no matter how hard you try to explain something or express your feelings, it just doesn't get through. Yes, I suppose you're right. That does happen. Thank you, Amy. You've always tried to express yourself clearly, with both words and actions. That's so important. It's not easy to say what you really feel. But the moment that you finally tell someone something you've been wanting to say, that's one of the best feelings there is. Jared is still working at the same company, earning just $800 a month. Nothing's changed on that front. Eventually, he couldn't even afford the rent on his old place, so he had to move into a tiny, cheap apartment. From what I've heard, he's been scraping by, working a side job just to keep the lights on. He tried going back to his parents for help, but they completely shut him out. They didn't even let him through the door. Not only did he lose his shot at becoming the next CEO, he ended up cut off from his family entirely. Maybe now he'll finally understand what it meant to have people supporting him, though it seems he only started realizing that once he had no one left. As for me, I've started fresh. I've begun my new life, and I'm working hard every day to make it better than my last life. I'm truly grateful for the support I've received, and I'm determined to keep moving forward with a full heart and clear mind.